unfortunately, what so many of us woke up to. I always get alerts from, the Washington Post and New York Times, but God.
This week.
God, what a week.
Yeah.
For the media world, David Carr passing.
Yeah.
And of course, that follows Bob Simon's passing and Ed Colt. And of course, the media shakeup at the beginning of the week with Jon Stewart and Brian Williams. But David Carr was nothing short of being an extraordinary media writer.
And what an extraordinary life he had. He was young, but wow.
Yeah.
An unbelievable life, Willie. I mean, there's, as the New York Times wrote today, what makes his incredible story so much more incredible is where he started, what he overcame.
Yes.
Yeah,
and I loved having him on the show.
He was always a blast. I'm not lucky enough to have called him a friend, but I can call myself an admirer of his work. Just a complete no BS guy. We throw that around a lot, but he took it from no one, including any of us in the media, as he wrote about the media. And his life, for people who don't know, he wrote this remarkable book. He was a self-described junkie and addict for a lot of his life, put his kids in harm's way, his three, I think, beautiful daughters. That's the book, The Night of the Gun.
Yeah.
But made it through the other side and was grateful for having made it through, and was just everything he wrote. Beautiful writer, but also tough, Gene.
He was
took
a tough
anybody
guy.
on.
Yeah, I knew him back in Washington. He was the editor of the alternative newspaper in Washington, a Washington City paper. Among other things, he covered media, so he covered us at the Post. And I was the editor of the style section at the time, so he covered me. And so, yeah, he was tough.
He was tough. And from where
he was a royal pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But he was great.
Such
he was so good, and he was so funny, and he was always fair. Anyone who was ever covered by him agreed with that. And I thought he was a great guy. I really admired what he did. He not only survived a drug addiction, he survived cancer. He had Hodgkin's disease, Hodgkin's lymphoma. He survived that. He was an amazing guy.